I always thought my little sister's imaginary friend was harmless, just a figment of her overactive imagination. She would tell me stories about Mr. Smiles, who lived under her bed and only came out when it was dark. It was all innocent until one night, she whispered that Mr. Smiles wanted to meet me. I laughed it off, but there was something in her wide, unblinking eyes that unsettled me. The first time I saw it, I was up late studying for finals. The house was quiet, and I could hear my sister's soft breathing through the thin walls. A sudden rustling sound made me look up, and that's when I saw the shadow. It was barely perceptible, lurking just at the edge of my vision. I stared hard, trying to convince myself it was a trick of the light, but it seemed to pulse, growing darker and more defined. I decided to confront my sister the next morning. She looked at me with those same white eyes and said, "Mr. Smiles doesn't like being watched." Her words sent a shiver down my spine, but I couldn't ignore the growing sense of dread. That night, I set up a camera in her room, determined to catch whatever was haunting us. I stayed up, eyes glued to the monitor, waiting. Around 3 a.m., the camera picked up movement. A dark shape emerged from under her bed, slowly morphing into a grotesque figure with a twisted grin. My heart pounded as I watched it approach her sleeping form. Suddenly, it stopped and turned its head, staring directly into the camera. My blood ran cold as it whispered, "You're next." Before I could react, the screen went black, and I felt a cold breath on the back of my neck.